What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning John Fury and Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Get this. John Fury reveals, also, Tyson Fury was very badly injured before Deontay Wilder Trilogy fight and has since undergone 6-hour operation. Tyson Fury's father has stated that his son was seriously injured prior to his KO win of Wilder. Of course, the Gypsy King and the Bronze Bomber brought on one hell of a fight. It was a good fight that night, but this is what John had to exclusively say. He said it wasn't a boxing match, was it? He said because Tyson was very badly injured going into that fight. He had to have chromosome injections in both elbows. Both elbows were numb. He's since had an operation, 6 hours, all day in the hospital, having to sort out his elbows. I think he had some bone spurs that he had to get removed, common thing in boxers. He was handicapped from the beginning, but the boxing side of it went out the window because I knew he was going to be like that from early on. When I seen the look in his eyes, he just wanted to seek and destroy, and that's what he did. And he said, I said retire. He's won everything. He's got no more to prove. He's got millions in the bank, secure for life. He's his own man, and he does what he wants to do. Those are the words of John Fury. Let me counterpunch. I've done a little research. Of course, I've never had bone spurs, so I don't want to be the guy that talks about what it does or how it feels. You know, there is tingling, numbness, just like his father, John Fury, mentioned in fighters' arms when they do have bone spurs. Okay, that's one of the signs. And I'll say this. He called it a handicap, but if his hands were numb, that means he doesn't feel the punches. Right? That means you'll punch harder because you really don't feel what you're supposed to feel due to the bone spurs. Counterpunch. So a lot of people saying, oh man, he was injured, he was handicapped. Well, I mean, how handicapped was he? He was throwing punches, he was kicking ass, he was taking names, and he took a name that day. The same name that he took last year. And his name is Deontay Wilder, right? So now, again, I'm not an expert and I haven't had it. So I know people in the comments, man, you don't know. No, I don't know. I don't. But, you know, tingling, numbness, I think could be a good thing, especially when you're trying to take someone's head off. And I think Tyson Fury did exactly that. What else did he say here? He did go in to seek and destroy. And I said to retire. He's won everything. He's got no more else to prove. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Let me counterpunch. Tyson Fury has a lot to prove. This is his first defense of the WBC title, his first defense ever in history. Okay, a lot of people don't look at it like that, and I don't know why. They think about the lineal, this, that, and the other. If he's lineal, he's defended it many times. He's undefeated. Look, first of all, if the lineal championship was like a thing, that meant someone had to be or had to fight up to that to get that. Okay, the guys that he fought didn't even deserve the position they were in if they were cherry picks. Because that could have been to another opponent that was much more skilled and desired that opportunity, like Dillian White and others, right? Not Tom Schwartz and Otto Vailene, mind you, or Safari or Pianetta. Those guys got that particular quote-unquote opportunity to fight the lineal champ. And where did they deserve that? They didn't. They were just tune-ups. Okay? So if you look at it in that aspect, this is what we get. All right? Now, if he has millions in the bank, but that doesn't mean he should retire. That's not even the point. You know, Tyson Fury said it himself. He's an effing Spartan, right? Didn't he say that? So he don't care about the money. So that supersedes that particular comment, doesn't it? Okay. So, you know, him saying, well, hey, he does what he wants to do. Well, yeah, apparently he does. You know, he's Tyson Fury. He does what he wants to do, and he'll change 5 times throughout the week. That is the Gypsy King. You got to love him or hate him. That's who he is. Okay. Now, the 6-hour surgery, I'm trying to go back to that injury. I'm trying to find out where that would be a handicap. You know, he's talking about boxing and bone spurs and, maybe he has some more insight, and then listen, if you can compare this fight to the last fight, there is no difference. So the question you ask yourself is, okay, if he had these bone spurs now, okay, if he had them now, what's the difference in performance? You didn't have any. The second fight and the third fight looked like a continuation. It looked like from rounds 1 to 7 and then rounds 8 to whatever, right? So, I mean, it was just like the continuation of the second fight. That was really no difference. It's just, because Tyson Fury did the same thing, and I felt he would have done the same thing in the second fight. Like, he would have knocked Deontay Wilder out cold, just like he did the third fight. So, again, you ask yourself, what warrants him to box anyway? He's supposed to be practicing and training under the Crunk style. So the Crunk style ain't all about jab and jab and jab and jab and jab and move and keep you at bay and jab again, like Tyson Fury was known for. The Crunk style is known to be more aggressive, to sit down on your punches, to make every punch count. Okay, when you hit is with bad intentions. That's the Crunk style. So again, Crunk style in the second fight, Crunk style in the third fight. So I'm trying to see where this injury was valid. Why mention it? And then I know it's better to mention something when a winner because excuses are for the losers. That's my motto. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's really necessary. But it just makes Tyson Fury look that much more decorated, doesn't it? Because he did have an injury. Okay, but counterpunching the injury, I don't think it wasn't any really serious. Then again, I never had bone spurs. I have to keep reiterating that because, people will come on here and say, well, hey, you never had that, so shut up. How about I just keep talking, right? And qualify myself by saying I don't know. But based on the second fight and the third fight, he was successful. He fought the same way, and I don't see a hindrance whatsoever. So I don't really think that it's necessary. It's one of those things like, did you know? Oh, did you know Tyson Fury was injured? Really? He didn't fight like that. But also John Fury was saying, did you know Tyson Fury wasn't in good shape for that fight? Well, if you ask Tyson Fury, based on what he said, that makes you look like a liar. One of y'all are lying. Right? We know that. But again, that's just something to add after the win. Bars. So it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury's injury revealed of possible bone spurs. And then he said, I think it's bone spurs. I mean, you don't know. You're his father. But anyway, that's something else, right? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.